Racist and
They
biased.
should just cancel the tournament. Give.
You know, I know that guy,
LS
so I think he
trophy.
sound better, even though he just said some stupidest shit out of his mouth. I'm a bear gorilla. I think he sounded better than that guy.
So, with that in mind,
The fuck is a bear gorilla?
we are gonna go to Ed Roman, who is gonna join us, and
EDROMAN.
look at that, spelled like Roman Reigns. Only this guy might be over. It's a wrestling thing.
Yeah, please don't
You
say that.
clearly
Yeah,
do not know
I
anything.
clearly wouldn't fucking understand.
You-
I mean, my
you
wrestling
wouldn't
days,
understand.
fell out with like Ultimate Warrior Sting and shit. Now it's
Ed,
it's too
how
many
are
grown
you,
men
sir?
running around naked, touching each other.
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, actually. We just got done with Mega John, or John the Psycho, or Mega the Psycho.
Hey man, his shit was pretty damn
His
good for the
shit-
movies, man.
He was an EDM guy. He was one of those beat guys. And
Hey man, hey, you got a little tough. You got a little tough competition that came on today.
that's right.
You got some-
He was star-studded.
Yeah.
That's right.
I can definitely see Johnny Cruz, whatever the fuck his name
Johnny Cruz.
is. Johnny Depp would mix with Tom Cruise. You know,
I
just doing some fuck
think
shit.
you meant Johnny Depp or Tom Cruise or,
That's what I meant.
or Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat. One
Nah,
of the two.
fuck nah.
He meant somebody.
He's a fictional character.
Ed Roman is not a fictional character.
Okay.
Ed, tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
But he did just compare you to a wrestler though.
Yes.
Well, I've done a little wrestling in my day. I was a hefty kid, so in grade 9 I was wrestling grade 11s. Well, my learn to throw your weight around, gentlemen. You know, I'm a singer-songwriter. I mean, I'm a bass player by trade, but I've been writing music since 1976.
Damn, you older than me.
Gonna be 47, gentlemen, the ultimate number.
You don't sound that old.
And
ultimate number.
I love doing what I do, and it's all about life experience, and in some way, reflecting it, writing it down, and talking about it.
Well, you just made me feel like a pup now. I thought I knew something. I don't know shit. I mean, I'm there. This is Miss Fact,
Look
and
at
she's
that.
like, this woman right here.
I'm the kind of guy that came from European background, so like I'm eating everything from tongue to intestine to brain.
See, you're a brave soul.
One of my favorite
There ain't no
things,
way
just
me
so
and
I
B are
can- I
eating
can-
tongue.
I can roast everybody.
Or
You get a good piece of
That too.
bread.
Now, I will eat some tongue if a woman got a nice kiss.
Huh?
Go.
But I'm just saying, I will eat tongue if a woman got a nice kiss. I'll bite her tongue a little bit. But I know animal tongue. Unless she's nasty. Unless she's
You
a
can
nasty
practice.
bitch. Unless she's a nasty
practice.
That's totally different. Yeah.
Well, we were talking about Stefan the other day.
No. That's not a B. That's a B he. That's a B with a stick.
Why did you just gesture towards me?
I didn't gesture towards you. I just did like this, a B with a stick. I wasn't saying towards you. See, look, everybody gonna start picking on the black guy
See,
now.
look at that, Ed. Look what's happening. Everybody's picking on the black guy there.
Please, we're just picking on you.
Yeah, you can call me Reverend Duron. That's what they starting to call me now. I
Now,
guess.
now, Ed, where can we find your music or get a hold of you online? Where's some good places to find you?
EdRoman.net is my website, and all my social networking buttons are there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, my
.net?
YouTube channel. There's the links for Amazon and iTunes for the latest album, and all my records are there as well. You can go to CD Baby in Oregon. You can actually order the physical copies of the record, and that's cool because you can hold it in your hand and touch it like the old days.
But the actual records?
Holy
no,
crap.
well, CDs. I
I'm
was
about
into
to say.
manufacturing of vinyl, but that's a plan because I see a change and actually people want.
People actually want vinyl now because of the sound quality of it. It's, I
Well,
mean,
that too, and I think that they also kind of it makes them feel like they're, you know, not on an adventure, but you know, when I used to go
Oh,
record
adventure.
shopping and when I was younger, it'd be like, hey man, let's get in the car, get on the subway or whatever we were doing. It was a day, like Saturday, you know, and you went down and you bought $30 or $40 worth of vinyl and stuff that you've been thinking about, and that somehow holding it, the tangible experience of doing that. I think other people are starting to think about that. So
Yeah,
also,
it's the because they too damn dumb and naive to realize that.
the younger breed it's happening. Even kids that I was teaching for years that I'm running into are buying old turntables and amplifiers
And those
on a spin vinyl.
those are musicians, right?
Well, used to be, or at one time, but still enthusiasts. And even if they were musicians, they themselves have friends who are like they're turning
Yeah,
them
because
on.
I know
stuff,
people
so.
that wouldn't know the slightest thing about what the fuck a phone is, let alone a fucking vinyl record.
Speaking of which, I need a new
Well,
record
it
player.
all becomes a bit of show and tell. I mean, if somebody asks me about something, I'm like, well, here you go. Like, this is what it's
You
kind
know,
of all
yeah.
about, you know.
But I mean, that would be awesome. That would be an awesome feature to be able to have, you know, the actual records. 'Cause that's a lost art. It's gonna come back now, especially with turntables, but everything's still digital, so they making turntables. You know.
Well, like everything technology is advanced with us. We've advanced with it. Like
We don't even hold our phones anymore.
giving and taking. I mean, you know, Les Paul, if we look at the recording industry, he's the cat that had the idea of taking two reel-to-reel machines, and the birth of the 4-track was actually invented by somebody who played around with ideas and cross-reference things.
Yeah.
And we don't have that so much because, like as you said, everything's in
Everything. I mean,
it's just
when it comes to a point in society now where they trying to replace the basic instinct of reproducing with fucking a penis or a riding cowboy, that's kind of you fucking robot. That's what's getting out of the bag. You know what I'm saying? You can't even get some good old pussy. You got to do leaving the club. You know what? I'm gonna go home and fuck my mini robot, my robot. I see you later.
God, that's
You know
awesome.
what I'm saying?
Wasn't that the motor bunny?
A motor bunny.
bunny, yes.
the only thing I guess that hasn't changed is the aspect of free will. As much as I have to, you know, do what I do in social media, or as much as I am involved in technology as a result of what I do, I also go, wait a minute, I'm cutting the umbilical cord and I'm going to go and do this because I want those other experiences that you can't get outside of that, you know. And that, for me, I'm always talking about that aspect of the 21st century. So many people have their heads in their palms of their hands and up their asses.
Up their ass. I was waiting to hear that.
Not enough time looking around at a lot of the other things that have potential around them.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Some people say, you know, I'm not a follower, but to be a leader, you got to be a good follower first. So you lead the movement, I'm gonna follow you.
Well, that's it. It's always lead by example. I mean, it's also the things that you do with your kids. I mean, the things that I do with growing food, because I come from an agricultural background as well, that was taught to my parents by their parents and so on, and my brothers and sisters, and I do it as a result of my parents doing it. And I think that's what it is. If you allow yourself to have those experiences, and especially if it incorporates the rest of your family, everybody's learning, and that basic, simple thing is passed down from person to person. It becomes lead by example, right?
You're
I
true.
wouldn't be doing what I'm doing had I not gone, oh, yeah, what are you doing over there, Dad? You know, and his enthusiasm or my mom's enthusiasm behind it, that's what kept the perpetuation of the excitement of it going, right?
He's speaking the definitely true, Jack. I'll tell you that.
Look at
'Cause
that.
my kids, like my daughter, sit up there and try to play the keyboard just because she's seeing me playing the keyboard and messing with music. She wants to be there. My son wants to be in part of it, just because they ask and see it being done and see my enthusiasm. So
See?
you're right.
Well,
man.
that's it, and that's the key, because it doesn't matter what it is. Man, think of the teachers that you had in the past. If you had a teacher that was kind of outside, you know, broke the rules a little bit, and really got you thinking, those are the ones you remember. It's the ones that were the textbook people that were there just to get a paycheck.
You talking about the clear-eyed guys? Hey, class.
Well, yeah, because I've been teaching for like 24 years. Like, I mean, a long time, and like I've seen. It's like it's how you apply the information is one thing, but it's how you relay the information that makes it magical. Just like you said, when your daughter sees you playing the piano and you're jamming out, or you're getting that excitement, is the fertilizer. It's what, even if it doesn't translate in that regard later, it's the enthusiasm again that then makes them excited to do exactly what they want to be doing in their lives, because they see the passion.
Very true. A job is not a job if you like it.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true. My grandfather said, if you're not whistling when you go to work, you're going to the wrong job.
You goddamn right.
That's awesome. We've got Ed Roman with us today, award-winning singer-songwriter. He is a performer from Shelbourne, Ontario, Canada, or as Ross Long would say, Canada.
Canada.
And,
Hey.
And he's a 2014 Artist Music Guild Award nominee.
Oh, man.
2014 International Music and Entertainment Association Award winner. A two-time 2015 IMEA Award nominee. 2015 and 2016 Josie Show Awards winner.
Well, sir, my dear kind sir, we ain't had nobody on here with show credentials before.
He has performed at the Red Gorilla Music Fest during South by Southwest. He's been top 100 MTV.com and #1 Reverb Nation artist. He traveled to Jamaica to deliver a much-needed humanitarian aid to the island while shooting a music video called Jamaica. Sir, what the hell are you doing on the show?
God damn it. Yeah, what the hell are you doing here? You're like the man, Mother Teresa shit. Just doing your damn thing. You know what? But, hey, we really appreciate you, because without you, there's no us.
That's right.
Hey, man, look, I like talking to people, and I don't care where it is or what time of day, and it's all about the transference of information. It's one thing about being a music artist or a writer, is that aside from I'm having a good time playing with the band or doing what I'm doing and writing tunes, it's always about somehow relaying some kind of information. And when I was in Jamaica and doing what I was doing there, I got inspired, so I wanted to write a tune and shoot a video, and lo and behold, that sort of serendipity, you know, that sort of moment you follow just because of
It's a hell of a
ended
deal.
up reaping
You'd
a
be
lot
surprised
of
where
wonderful
inspiration hits you.
acclamation and award as a result of it. So
Inspiration
I wanted
can
to
hit
give
you at,
back in some
like,
kind of a way,
any
place.
and that's what it's all about. I'm happy to be on the show.
Look at
guys.
Tina
I'm
Turner.
happy to be here.
One of her best inspirations came from when she got socked in the face. I'm just saying. Y'all laughing. I'm just saying.
Learning something.
You're learning something.
Most
See, Ed Roman.
Most of Carrie Underwood's come from when she getting fucked over by some guy, and she just wants to write about it, and it makes a hit.
Jay, anything for Ed?
I just enjoyed listening to somebody so inspiring and full of wisdom to share.
Bam.
Look at that.
Bam.
Loving it up, man. Loving it up.
And I found him on all the social networks, so I got him shared on Twitter and Facebook.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely going to have to get on there.
That's the thing. It's like, you're like, why are you doing on the show? I mean, the thing is, guys, I feel like we're in the midst of doing something really special. You know, when you look at old radio, when it lost, you know, a lot of its main artists that went to television, they were like, well, what are we going to do? It was the cross-referencing of people that weren't afraid to take chances, like Alan Freed or Madman Crusoe or other people that spun race music, you know, and created a whole industry of rock and roll and the birth of rhythm and blues that so many people got a chance to be, you know, a part of. That's what this is now. These new shows give us this ability to cross-reference our ideas, talk about the things that we're passionate about, share it, and it becomes this healthy network of things that are going on. So I feel lucky, man.
Well, we've got...
We're lucky. We're the lucky ones.
We are the lucky ones today.
We are the lucky
We got
ones.
DJ B-Ray and crew in studio.
Derek,
Jay Bird Wells.
What do you mean it's shutting
Derek
me up? I'm
Scaife.
just saying the truth.
And we're talking with Ed Roman, and a little bit more about Ed, his latest album, Letters from High Latitudes, which is an homage to his Ontario home. He also, and here we go, I'm going to put him over again, he is a Heart Songs for Veterans artist. He donates money to help veterans with his single. He's also got a top 10 y'allwire.com video, and he's
out there.
He's got these fans, and they're known as Ed Heads.
Uh-oh.
cool. Egg heads instead of egg heads.
And Ed has got all sorts of things. Check out edroman.net. Now, Tell me about some of your, a little bit more about your music, then we're going to play some of your music.
Well, everybody says, well, you put on an Ed Roman album, it's like from one tune to another, it changes. You'll have a rock number to a folk number, to a reggae number, to a spoken word number, to a country tune, to a jazz piece, to a progressive number, to... I like the whole thing about the art world in the regard that it shouldn't be just sort of, geared to one aspect of one thing for one person and pigeonholing yourself. I think that's what creates new ideas. The reason we have fusion music, is because of cross-referencing of ideas. The reason we have jazz music is because of cross-referencing of ideas. That's what I think my writing is about, and I'm a writer about the human experience. That's why I love talking to people, because it's fodder for new ideas, and we're all going through so many different things, ups and downs, goods and bad. It's pretty hard not to find subject matter to write about, and the reason I have such diversity is like, well, who am I to say that it shouldn't be like this? And maybe some of it may dictate the idea of what the song should be in terms of subject matter, but the reality is I'm just trying to be a receiver for the information, and let the experience pull me through it, as opposed to trying to force an idea down. I see a lot of formula in things like that, and there's always formula in music and form in music, but I try not to have any method on what I'm doing other than listening and pay attention to what's kind of needs to be there. So that's really what all the music is about. That's why people are like, man, that's a punk tune, and then you've got this, and I'm like, it's all right, it's okay, it's a healthy thing to do.
You know what? Out of all the people we done talked to, artists, for different artists, there's only two of them that we have had on the show that actually just caught my interest. The way that they talk is professional. It ain't full of a bunch of idiocracy that they may speak. They're
not talking about their street fight record.
Yeah. They open. No, I'm just speaking. They're open minded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not quick to cast a stone, and they come on here legitimately because they love what they do and they want to share what they do. And this is one of the second artists that I met that come on here that's not big at it. They're man, kudos, man.
I get along
well, thank
with
you, man.
people
You know what?
who agree
Everything
to
is
disagree.
like a good soup.
Yes.
You could make your own carrot soup. You could make your own potato soup. You could make your own whatever. But if you got friends that all come over a little bit and bit, and you throw it into the pot, at the end of it, you got something that tastes that much richer as a result. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to listen to the writing experience. I'm trying to listen to other musicians if we're interacting with one another. I'm trying to listen to the reaction of the people that are interacting with the music. All of that becomes a part of the experience, and it makes it real for me. It's not just a job.
Man, you're a guru, man.
I gotta love what I do, otherwise forget it.
Well, Ed, we are kind of up against the clock here. Before we let you go, we want to play a little bit of your music and come back and kind of chat. And then we got our studio guests we got to get to, because I told them we're going to give them the full hour coming up. Tell me a little bit about The Way She Goes. We're going to play that for a little bit here in a few moments.
Hey, it's from the new record I just released a little while ago called Red Omen. It's a look at the questions, that we all have, from the time that we're young to when we're older. And I can remember things that my grandparents and parents said to me that are still hitting home, maybe more now than they did when I was 7 or 8. And it's a look at, the sort of psychology of the 21st century. What's really important? What are we hanging on to? And what do we need to get rid of because we need to move forward?
Okay, we're going to put you on hold. We're going to play a little bit of that song, and then we'll come back and chat with you and wrap up. So hold on, my friend. Here we go. It's called The Way She Goes, and it's here on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program. And we're going to come back, and DJ B-Ray and the whole crew, and it will be entertaining hour number 2. But here's Ed Roman.
With my sweet tobacco rose, you could build your nation with dirty hands in denim clothes. And even in our twilight, I think that everybody knows. An open mind, a subtle heart are the only way she goes, and that's the way she goes. Just like an open door or window, that's the way she goes. Just like the bathwater with the baby, that's the way she goes. Too many people acting crazy, that's the way she goes. Have you been singing this song lately? The whistle on your kettle's been chirping, and deep red is the song. Your mortal shackle's been winning battles, I think you've known this all along. The squeaky wheel's been seasoned because the grease price is too high. Just change another channel, it never ever changes, and wave it all goodbye. That's the way she goes. Just like an open door or window, that's the way she goes. Just like the bathwater with the baby, that's the way she goes. Too many people acting crazy, that's the way she goes. If you've been singing this song lately, sha-la-la-la-la-la, we know it's wrong, but we say it's right. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la, we know it's black, but we say it's white. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, you gotta put up a hell of a fight. Yes, you do. We're somewhere in the middle of the ending, so summarize your fears and woes. It's like a fragrant golden season, it purifies you and your soul. I tip my hat to rebels when the newsman calls him foe. And if you check inside your pockets, you'll find it's all just one big show, but that's the way she goes. Just like an open door or window, that's the way she goes. Just like the bathwater with the baby, that's the way she goes. Too many people been acting crazy, that's the way she goes. If you
Ed Roman, and we are going to go back to Ed Roman on the old Skype.
Sorry.
Ed, that was a fantastic little tune.
I like it.
Good stuff.
I like it.
Thank you kindly. It's an Americana-esque kind of number that, you know, I think lends itself well to the story, you know.
It reminds me of 70s.
The release is
70s like
this
Eagles
little
type.
girl that I used in the video, and I'm kind of like singing her the tune, and she's singing the tune along with me, set in the backdrop of this old dilapidated farm with a windmill, and it's got a forest in behind it, and it had a life at one time. It flourished, and it seems to be abandoned now. And, you know, you drive by those moments, and you wonder what happened there. Just like a kid would ask those kind of questions, like, what happened here? You know, why are the things the way that they are? You know? And sometimes it's just the way that things go. Like, you can't stop certain things in life, but you have to keep moving forward.
Well, Ed, before we let you go, one more time, how do we get a hold of you online, social media, all that stuff?
EdRoman.net's the place to go, man. All my media buttons are there: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Check out the new album, please. All the videos that are up on my YouTube channel, as well as Vivo. And yeah, man, send me a message. You know, become an Ed
Good
Head
stuff.
today.
Well, thank you, Ed. I appreciate it, brother. Thanks for being with us.
A pleasure. Thank you so much, Gene.
Definitely. Thank you, man. Ed Roman with us today. Oh, by the way, he did I'm going to play a little bit of this, but he did a cover of a Bob Marley song.
What?
No Woman, No Cry.
Hmm.
He did a cover. We're going to see if I can pull this up here. This sounds... I don't know what this is going to sound like. So we'll see what it...
No woman, no cry.
Not bad.
Sounds like
No